What is going on, people? Mikey, Time Machine Vintage. Thanks for coming back, checking out the channel again. If you're new here, this is a reselling channel. We do eBay sales, yard sales, estate sale hauls, things like that. And I came outside to get some air, and there is none at all. It's hot, hot in New Jersey today. So we're going to have to do this inside. But we have a pretty nice yard sale haul video for you guys, if you will. A couple thrift shops, a couple yard sales, some vintage toys, and some other really cool stuff. We're going to get right into it. Let's check out the workbench. You guys know I like my books here. If you're familiar with the channel, I love my media. And we've got some more stuff down there. Ignore the clutter. Ignore the clutter. We're going to get right into it with what you see right on top. Try to adjust this light a little bit. Okay, so we found this vintage, what I'm guessing is early 90s Radio Shack. I believe it's called the Wild 77 or something like that. No remote, obviously. How am I going to do this? There we go. And the battery compartment, I mean, there were batteries in it, but it's not that bad, y'all. I mean, I feel like a little wire brush, little brass wire brush scrub, and this thing might actually power up. Don't know if we can pair a remote to it at all, but we might find out. You never know. Next up, we picked up this Ricky Bobby Talladega Nights hat in really excellent condition. My son is an absolute hat guy, and I think he's probably going to keep this flamed up bad boy. If not, it does sell on eBay for right around the $20 to $25 mark, so it was a great pickup for the $1 I paid for it at a shop. We're going to put him off to the side. Guess right underneath that, we're going to go big right off the bat. This is what I believe to be a sperm whale tooth. You can find these on eBay if you search the word faux in quotation marks, F-A-U-X in quotation marks, faux whale tooth. You'll see the value of these right around $150. I'm not sure if this is going to stay in my collection. If it does not, I do know whose collection it is going to go into. My buddy Tim buys a lot of taxidermy stuff from me, and I think he would absolutely go nuts for that. Also, these cases, both of these cases are glass, including that one. And this was underneath it. I'm going to keep this one for smalls, for shows, but I do believe there's a fossil of some sort in here. I don't know exactly what. It's very smooth. It's got a lot of grain, but very cool nonetheless. And there's an old button and a clay bead. But I really bought this just for the case. Bundled that together at the thrift shop. I'm not sure what we paid for them. It may be $10. It was an absolute steal of a deal. Right here, I picked this up because it's Guns N' Roses car. Package is in mint condition. This thing lays flat. It's made by Line L last year, 2023. And it retails for about like $11.99 on eBay, shipped. So that's not too bad right there. Right behind it, a couple more vintage pieces. We've got a Birds of the World woodpecker model kit. This is straight from the attic. And it is in there, and it's actually got the cool little paint set with it, which I've never actually seen one of these with the model kit before. I found a bunch of old Auroras and Pirates of the Caribbean, things like that, but I never found one of these. It does look to be complete in there, and it is pretty rare. Even in this condition with the one side of it painted white like that, I think it's worth about $50. I gave $5 for it. Right behind it from the same table at the same, looks like a mini flea market almost. This is a 1988 Ertl, what I love to call the Forrest Gump mower. It's the ride-on snapper, and I paid up $10 for that, and I'm going to list it for, I think, $59.99 free shipping. So nice little come up right there. This was a thrift shop score, and this is a Bradley folding travel alarm clock. It does work. It's in excellent condition in there. I can't really pop it open again with one hand. There we go. It's in excellent shape. It's a wind clock, so no batteries necessary. It has the alarm on it. Travel alarm clock, Bradley, worth about $25-30 shipped. So nice little pick on there. Star Wars trilogy picked up for the garage. Probably redonate that when I'm done. So this is a vintage Icecapades. So I'm not sure if this is cellulose or a Bakelite. It's made in Hong Kong, and it is an old vintage Icecapades pin. I'm thinking it's probably worth around $20 or so. For $1, not too bad. And also, we found this vintage ashtray. A bunch of goodies to stick in it because we love smalls. Any of you cigar smokers out there? Man cave, Best Western action. I believe this is a pretty common one with the amber glass. Maybe about $10 to $15 tops on that, but still a cool little piece. Vintage Remy Martin acrylic, and it does say made in France on the tag there. Pretty neat little piece. Made in Italy. I forget what this is called. It's made in Italy. Alright, we also got some vintage pocket knives. Really cool stuff. The mother of pearl inlay on this one. Or actually, it's the entire handle. It's an American-made knife. I don't remember the manufacturer offhand. The others were knockoffs, but pretty cool souvenirs from a motel. Also picked up a couple of Army medals. Let's see what those are. I do not know. So on the same track, we picked up this United States Navy plaque because it just looked older to me. I haven't really looked that up yet either. I paid $2 for it though. This is a Panasonic Playpack video cassette tape to play camcorder tapes in. I believe it's $10 or $15 on that. I think it was a quarter. Also, a quarter was this 1990 Mars Snickers. I think it was either Burger King or McDonald's, and there was 3 or 4 of these. I think I have another one somewhere, so we'll see if we can complete that set before Halloween. That would be really nice. Get that up for sale. I believe he's worth like $10 or $12 by himself, but if you have the whole set, the value definitely goes up on them. What else do we have? A couple of new in-box electronic pieces. Absolutely love new in-box electronic stuff. We have this Echo Gear. As you can see, it is an in-wall cable management kit, and that is what it helps you do. Put your TV on the wall without a wire running down to the outlet box. That is about, I believe, $35 to $40 shipped right there. Paid, I think, $4 or $5 for it. Same thing with this piece. This is a C-Tech trickle charger for your battery. So you have a sports car or motorcycle. You hook these leads up to the battery, and they stay there. You can then connect this charger to it every time you pull yourself back into the garage. Leave this thing plugged in, and your battery never ever loses anything from the charge. This piece is a really good one. This one sells for about $100. Much nicer than the trickle charger I actually have myself. Another find. This is actually from the same table as that snapper and the other guy. This is a vintage, I think it's 1982, and it's made by Tomy. And this is from the Air Hoppers line. This was called Space Pets. And this is the High Hoppin' Humdorm. There's the pump I was looking for. So this is in really good shape in here. The box is a little stinky. It smells like a basement. We left it outside for a couple days. It smells a lot better now, but it's in really, really good condition in here. We're going to see if he works in a shorts video later on. My son's going to help me film that, so stay tuned. Check us out for that. I picked up these Star Wars Doorables. I was at BJ's doing some grocery shopping, and they were on sale. I know the code for the chase is A19, and that is in here. That's the Flock Chewbacca. And then I knew the code for Darth Vader was either 16 or 14, so we got a 16 and a 14. One of them is Darth Vader, one of them is Grogu, and one of them is the chase Flock Chewbacca. All are for sale and will be up on our eBay account shortly. I paid maybe, I think they were $6.99 on sale. The Grogu and the Vader sell for about $22 a piece, and the Chewbacca Flock Chase sells for $30 to $35. So, very nice pickup on those. Not too shabby. Very cool author, Bob Bosbell. Lots of Western stuff under his name. Lots of it. This book in hardcover, first edition, is, I think, $50. This would have been the best one out of all of them. It's a very cool... I think it was 96, this edition. Yeah, 96. The first edition was 92. But it's very cool. He's got a lot of historical facts and stuff in here. Very neat books. Even though this isn't the first edition and it's not the hardcover, I believe this one is still about $20 shipped. These other guys I haven't priced out yet, and you will see why. Regularly, they are about $20 to $30 per book, but these three are signed. All right, the Billy the Kid one couldn't be signed. But these three are signed by Bob Bosbell. So this is the Bad Men and Outlaws and Gunfighters. That's a soft cover. Then these two are hardcover. Doc Holliday, Illustrated Life and Times. They do have that little raised stamp in the front of them. I don't think that's going to hurt the value too much, because it then has the signature from the author, which I believe is a fairly rare occurrence. We're going to double check it. I'm not sure the value of his signature offhand. He did sign this Wyatt Earp as well. And I'll show you what Bob Bosbell looked like. Definitely a Western dude. So also from the same, guessing the same donator, because they're all in the same crate, a bunch of mountaineering books, a bunch of vintage mountaineering books, all the way from the 80s. Like this one I think is 89. And then some of them are, this one's 73, then we've got 2003, so the dates vary on them. A lot of the books, however, are vintage books. And it's not that they're hard to find. They're just not easy to find. So none of them are extremely rare. But altogether in this stack, I would expect to get $100 out of that stack of books. So not too shabby right there. We also picked up this vintage Audubon. It says Birds of America on there. I'm not sure if it's coming through. This is supposed to be 50 selections. I believe there's maybe half of that in here. And this one actually isn't an Audubon on top. But there are plenty of these vintage prints in here. If I could, just don't want to damage any of them. So, very cool little box. I believe maybe like $1 a piece on the prints. You know, if it was complete, it'd be worth about $50. So I'm going to list it for about $24.95 shipped on that. It shouldn't last long. And then I thought this was rad. Not something I normally pick up, coffee table books, but I looked up the artist, and he's very, very recognized. It's R.C. Gorman. It's a shame this one wasn't signed. That would have been epic. but it's a very cool book. It's a big book, heavy coffee table style book, and it's got all of his artwork in it. I mean, pretty much everything he's ever done. And that book, it depends on who you ask, who's selling it, who's buying it, anywhere between $30 and $50, $60 on that in the condition. I've got it in. I think we're looking for a quick sale about $27.95. I think I'm probably going to list that for $29.95 shipped maybe. And just move it on out of here. Right below it, because I have no more room on the table, and these were both brand new. Otherwise, I don't purchase things like this, braces. These are both knee braces, and I did look at the tags on these, and one is a left knee, and one is a right knee. So I'm not sure if somebody was planning on having knee replacement surgery, or did and didn't need them, but they're both brand new in there. Never worn, and that's even the original shipping box. So, on this brand... And what size these were, I think they're both large. I think this was going to be $60 shipped, and I paid, I think, $4 or $5 for it. So that was a quick, easy grab right there. No problem. Not even thinking about it. But the thrift on the books, we picked up, this is North American Hunting Club. And these aren't too shabby. There's 10, 12 books here. They're in fantastic condition. They're not that old. They're like 2010, 2009, like that, maybe 15 years old or so. These are the only two smaller ones, and these two little jammies would have had some sort of collectible coins in them, which of course are not in there. But that stack of books right there, I expect to list for $59.95 shipped, and I should get it pretty quickly. I pay 10 cents a book. So not too bad on that either. We did pick up one more thing that I'm going to show you guys. There is a short out on the channel about it. You can check it out. But it's right over here. There's only one way out of the shop, people. So this is, I believe it's 29 inches across from handle end to handle end. It's 20 inches across from the edge of the circle to the edge of the circle, and I believe the inner was 2 inches. It looks like a ship's wheel. My guess is it's some sort of industrial valve, and I can't even imagine the size of the cutoff that this thing would have needed to turn. This wheel weighs approximately 60 pounds. It's extremely heavy. It's all cast iron, and it is the real deal. I'm not certain how old it is, but it's all cast, including the handles. And I just thought it was a really neat piece, and I definitely didn't want to leave it at the thrift store for the next guy. Most likely not going to be able to ship this, so anybody interested, feel free to give us a holler. Like I said, it's not a space saver. It's 30 inches wide, and it's super duper heavy. Well, I think that's going to do it for what we've picked up in the last couple days. And what we're going to do is go ahead and get some of this stuff listed on our channel, on our eBay page rather, because this is the channel. If you like the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to subscribe to see some more of this stuff, we do show you what this stuff does actually sell for on our eBay. And, some of it's surprising. Some of it goes for a lot more than I think. Some of it goes for a couple bucks less. You never know. Hit that subscribe button to find out if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. We made our way back outside to relax for 5 minutes, or at least try to, but there is zero air out here right now. It's like 93 degrees in North Jersey this afternoon, and extremely humid and quite sticky. I've been out here for about 30 seconds. About had enough of it. Head back inside to get all that stuff that you just saw listed on our eBay. Same name, Time Machine Vintage, add an NJ at the end. You can also find some of it for sale on Instagram, Time Machine Vintage NJ. Hopefully you liked what you saw today. Hopefully you learned something. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing stuff like this all summer long. and hopefully we're going to be taking the GoPro out. We've got some footage, but it's not that great, so I don't want to release it yet. Not so great at the editing, as you see here. But, we're trying. Sometimes you can teach an old dog new tricks. Sometimes he can teach himself. We'll see what happens. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.